Good morning from the cable car from Oberdorf to Weissenstein. Today we're going to walk part of the Jura Höhenweg. That is the road across the mountain ridges of the Jura. And we're going to travel today, or to walk today, from Weissenstein to Plagne, which should be approximately 20 kilometers, and the description is heavy. But we'll see where we get. The weather should be perfect, but I'm not sure if I look at the clouds or the raindrops on the cable car if I would agree, but we'll see where we get. And anyway, it should be a splendid day in a beautiful landscape, and thank you so much for walking with me. That's the arrival at Weissenstein. Everyone's preparing for the journey. And here we see the route indicator from Frinvilliers. That's the direction we go into. About 1 hour before Frinvilliers we need to get off at Plagne, but this is the right track. So we just left the festival, and we're now walking on some kind of nice gravel road for the first part of our trip. It's not very warm, but the positive news is that it's not raining, so we're counting our blessings. And we already have some interesting views from the mountain ridge to the land in the valley. Is it? And here we see the first characteristic impression of the Jura landscape, the vertical mountain stones, really beautiful, and of course the inevitable cows in the foreground. This weather looks a little bit threatening. Clouds are quite dark. This is not how it was supposed to go. The weather forecast said that it should remain dry, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see where we... And here's a view on the other side of the mountain ridge. And this is looking into the area of Moutier, and then further up France. And this is apparently why they call it mountains. I must make big compliments for the path though, because these type of gravel paths have the advantage that despite the fact that this has rained a lot this week, you can still walk on them without sticks or the danger of slipping away. So big plus. Well, this is actually hard work, climbing these quote-unquote stairs, getting some great views of the Jura mountains along the way, although some parts are really quite muddy and slippery. Nevertheless, it's quite slippery here, I must say, especially since I also need to keep the dog on a leash. Very pleasant walk here along the ridge. We can see that the path is getting slightly more experimental. There we can see the Hazemat, our first real stop. We should have a beautiful view up there, but unfortunately it's quite a walk to go. I'm having a wonderful rest and relaxation break here. The dog and I are having a lunch, and it's just beautiful here. I mean, it's sitting on top of the Hazemat, butterflies flying around us. The sun is coming back in full force. Extremely happy and feel extremely blessed to be here. And so we're walk over the mountain ridge back to our next stop. The path is becoming a little bit more improvised here. Okay, I'm taking back all the positive comments I made about these grid paths. If you go downhill, it's incredibly slippery. And next time I definitely will need to take my sticks with me. And here there are no cows, there are horses, which is quite a change for Paddy and me.
challenge for Paddy and me is showing up. Very interesting landscape. Not sure what the function of these barriers is. And an interesting path presents itself. And it's an interesting path, but it's not great that it's going rapidly downhill. I'm not sure if this comes across, but it is very steep here. Still following the ridge, and the weather is holding out beautifully. It's not too hot, not too warm, and we're walking in the shade anyway. And here are the sheep that are supposed to be protected by the guard dog. I really love this hike. It's firmly in my top 3. It is challenging, but not too challenging. There's a lot of variation in terms of the landscape, beautiful vistas. Highly recommended. really extremely slippery, just like the lady's doing. Extremely slippery, extremely dangerous. I need to take sticks with me next time. And here we are nicely walking into the wood again. By the Hue whatever on 1200 meters. I need to look it up on the map. This is another beautiful view on the canton of Stabyhoun. And here I am at Stierenberg. It's now 3:50 and I have 2 hours to make it to Plagne because my bus leaves there at 6 minutes past 6, so really need to hurry up, but I feel optimistic and I think I can do it. So now we're walking from Stiermarken to Plagne. I think I'm crossing the language border here. That's an important border in Switzerland between the German and the French-speaking part of this beautiful country. They also call it the Rusty Graben, to the food that's called rusty, which is typically eaten in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, but not in the French-speaking part. And this is the walk to La Plagne. And here's another boarding sign. So we have here a sign of the border between Bern and Jura, and we have a similar one here. Very important in Switzerland. So we're now across the border from the canton Jura to the canton Bern. It doesn't feel that different, but for a lot of Swiss people it probably is. So walking across a beautiful meadow. It's quite warm. I think it's now 23, 24 degrees. But really loving this trip so far. This is really, as I said, the top tour. So it's about 1 hour, a little bit more, to La Plagne. And I have 1.5 hours before my bus leaves, so I think we're in good shape. But anyway, it should be now only 1 kilometer or so. So almost there. And I think there is the village La Plagne with the bus stop. And it's high time. The last 800 meters, and I'm really happy because the last 1.5 kilometers I developed a terrible pain on my leg. I probably overdid it a little bit. This is a kind of 20-kilometer walk. And the doctor kindly told me that's 15, 16 would be a good distance. Don't overdo it, which I might have done. But anyway, very happy to have done this trip. It was absolutely wonderful. And I can really Really recommend it to you. It's definitely in my top 3 of favorite hikes. Thanks, and see you next time, and thanks for walking with me. So, and here we are at bus stop La Serve. We did it, we made it. Incredibly happy. The last 1.5 kilometers were really tough, but we made it. And as I said, highly recommend it. Someone is relaxing a little bit in the shade. Paddy! Hey, grote man!